Hey, this is Evan Woodbery with Mike Strange for today's edition of GVX TV double coverage. We're finally back to double coverage after a couple weeks of single coverage. But what we do is we take your questions from Twitter. You can send them in all week, and we'll compile them on Thursday, pick the best ones, and answer them before this week's game against South Alabama. And so what's our first question?
Is Worley starting?
That's a pretty simple one.
Can I take the easy one? The answer is yes. Although Butch Jones hasn't whispered that in my ear, I'm pretty sure Justin Worley will start.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense given what happened last week, where you had kind of a disaster scenario in the first half, and then Worley came in and certainly wasn't perfect, but ran the offense a lot more efficiently and effectively. And I think this is a game where you need to make sure, first and foremost, you don't make a lot of mistakes. And this is not, to me, the game you want to take a risk in. This is a game you want to make sure that you win.
No, I think the message last week is Justin Worley gives you your best chance to win.
All right, what's the next one?
What are the chances we see Riley Ferguson this week?
Well, I think even though Worley is starting, I think you at least leave the door open to the possibility of Riley Ferguson. I think he is, despite what Butch Jones has said, he is the number 2 quarterback. He's done the most work with the main unit. He hasn't done the scout team work that we've seen Josh Dobbs do. He traveled to Florida, which I do think is significant. The question is, do they plan on playing him, or do they just play him if the situation arrives? I'm not sure they necessarily go in there thinking that he's going to play, but they are prepared for the possibility that he might.
I would think that they want to play him because he is probably now the number 2 quarterback, and you're getting ready to go play Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, and you don't want to go in. If something should happen to Justin Worley in one of those games, you don't want a guy going out there that's never taken a snap.
Yeah, it's a great point, and I guess the best scenario for Tennessee would be they have a big enough lead that you can get him plenty of work in the second half, but that might be a little bit too much to hope for given the way they've played the last couple of games.
I would even throw him out there, get him a series in the first half.
Just to do. All right, what's the next question?
What are odds Majid is redshirted?
I think they grow by each and every day. That was something that, if you'd asked us a couple weeks ago, that probably wouldn't have even been on the radar screen.
Right.
But now, as this goes on and on, and the fact is, Dontavis Sapp has played well. A.J. Johnson is going to be the starter every time. Most of the time, you're only using 2 linebackers. So if you feel confident in Dontavis Sapp, maybe it is a situation where you can be patient and say, okay, let's get a full year out of a healthy Kurt Majid in 2014. What a big boost that would be for 2014, in 2015 perhaps, if he stays. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's now on the radar screen, whereas a couple of weeks ago it wasn't.
You're a month into the season. You're playing a team in South Alabama that you should be able to beat without Kurt Majid. I think the odds are very high right now of a red shirt.
All right. You can send us questions throughout the week, and we'll pick them up every Thursday for this segment. You can also follow us on GoVolsXtra.com for all our game day coverage, Game Day Central, when Tennessee plays South Alabama this afternoon or Saturday afternoon in Neyland Stadium. This is Mike Strange, and I'm Evan Woodbery.